sure to hit that like button, everyone. And if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe to my channel and also enable those notifications. Hey everyone, Cruising with JT here. Hope you're doing well. And today I'm very excited to do a walkthrough of the deck plans for Icon of the Seas via the Royal Caribbean app. And as you can see here, we are starting on deck 2. We got the port gangway and the elevators, which I think is really cool. And of course, you'll notice here that we do have an escalator that goes to deck 4. Again, this is basically where you would board when you're getting off the ship at a specific port, right? So again, deck 2 doesn't have a whole lot to offer, but that's where it starts. Now, of course, as we go to deck 3, ooh, look at that. I'll just be doing that once, so don't worry. Deck 3, at the front of the ship, of course, you have the medical center. Of course, on the sides of the ship, you do have some rooms as well. Deck 3 also has the lower floor of the music hall as well. And of course, the music hall is a great entertainment for nighttime experiences, live music, rock bands, you name it. And of course, you saw the conference center right there. And of course, this is the first floor of the main dining room. This is deck number 4. Again, the dining room is a 3-story experience, 3-story venue. As we scroll up, you can see you've got the cool elevators. I love the way they're set up. You can see there's also escalators on the ship, which is phenomenal. Right next to the escalators, you do have your Casino Royale, so good luck to you if you're doing a little gambling on the cruise. And of course, there is the next level for the music hall. And again, look at the way the elevators are shaped right there. I love that. I love that layout. It's really nice. And of course, this is the bottom floor of the Royal Theatre, where you're going to see production shows and all sorts of amazing entertainment. Now, of course, the Royal Theatre is much more lower than the Aquadome. Next story up, we have, again, continuation of the Royal Theatre at the front of the ship. And then as we scroll down, you'll see here more of the elevators. Again, that layout I'm a huge fan of. Of course, this is deck 5. This is, I would call, the heart of the ship, the Royal Promenade. You'll see a couple of retail shops listed here, of course, to be determined as to what the retail shops will be called. Of course, then you have the famous Sorrento's, some pizza, late night pizza is going to hit the spotlight karaoke, more retail shops. Of course, you got your Starbucks, which is not included in the beverage package, so definitely get your coffee on. You'll see the Pearl, which is one of the biggest highlights of the new offerings on board Icon of the Seas. You got the 1400 lobby bar, the Point and Feather pub, internet desk and guest services, Crown and Anchor Society, the Next Cruise desks. Again, this is where a lot of the Next Cruise experiences will happen. And of course, you have the main top floor of the dining room, and of course the jogging track, which again is one of my favorite things that is offered not only on Oasis class ships but also on the Icon class as well. Nothing like getting out there and doing a full wrap around the Icon ship. And of course Absolute Zero, where all the ice skating shows will happen. Phenomenal experiences. I cannot wait. Let's go to deck 6. You'll see Social 20. This is where the teen club, I believe, is. Adventure Ocean, that's where your kids will get to hang out. Make sure you register them on day 1. That way they can have fun as well. And adults can be adults, kids can be kids. Playmaker Sports Bar, of course, this is where the sports action is going to happen. The amazing food, burgers, nachos, amazing desserts. Definitely go check it out. Another retail shop as well. And again, the nice elevator layout. And of course, as we continue experiencing this deck, you're going to get the world, of course, the famous Schooners Bar, the nautical themed bar, which is on pretty much every Royal Caribbean ship. You have the Boleros, which is the Latin Fiesta Bar, which is amazing. Nice little dance venue there. You're going to have the continuation of the new offering, the Pearl, of course, with the Pearl Cafe. I cannot wait to see what there is to eat and drink over there. And of course, you will have the Giovanni's Italian Kitchen and Wine Bar, which is, again, phenomenal Italian experiences. And of course, this is the second level of the Royal Promenade. The Attic, which is kind of like another nightclub area as well, and the Dueling Pianos, which is a brand new venue going to be offered to guests on board this ship. And I can't wait to see that experience, seeing the 2 piano players kind of going at it. And of course, you have the Escape Room, the Diamond Club, which is, of course, for loyalty members. And of course, the Escape Room, there's going to be an extra charge, I believe. Definitely, to do some puzzles and some other, strategies to get yourself out of the escape room. So it's going to be pretty awesome. Moving right along, deck 7, as you can see at the front of the ship, it is just, more staterooms. That's pretty much the focus there. But again, the highlight of deck 7 is one of the most anticipated new neighborhoods on board Icon of the Seas, and that is, of course, the Surfside neighborhood. And as you can see, the Pearl is many decks high, which is pretty cool. Now, the Surfside neighborhood, I'm looking forward to this because I'm taking my wife and my daughter. This is also a very family-oriented ship. And again, this is the highlight of the family experience, the Surfside neighborhood. You're going to have new eateries. You're going to have the carousel. You're going to have water, the pool areas, play areas like a splashaway bay experience, right? So it's going to be phenomenal. A lot of place to eat and drink here, which I'm super, super excited for. So we are staying on deck 7 for obvious reasons, and I'm so excited to hang out here quite a bit on board the inaugural cruise for Icon of the season. Again, I mean, look at this. Like, you're just gonna have there's just so much to offer, right? There's Sugar Beach, there's Surfside Bites, there's Surfside, the buffet. It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait. Going on to deck 8, you'll notice that there's a dry slide, which I think is a slide that you can actually go from deck 8 to deck 7, I believe. Again, more details to come on that. But again, just like Oasis class ships, the highlight of deck 8 is, of course, Central Park. Now, there's some new offerings on board Icon of the Seas for Central Park. So you can see the Jazz Club, the Blues right there. You can have the Park Cafe, which is a tradition for all the Oasis class ships. I love Park Cafe. Some new offerings here as well. Of course, the first time you're going to see is Zumi in Central Park. Chops Grill is another continuation of the traditions that is offered at Central Park. And again, I'm really excited to see how the Pearl fits into this whole Central Park layout as well. So, and of course, you have the Trellis Bar. That's going to be amazing. Again, it's just a continued tradition, just like they have on Oasis class ships. So I do like that Royal Caribbean has put some of the, traditions from Oasis class ships on Icon, which again, people love. And of course, why would they change it if people love it, right? So, and of course, this new venue, Empire Supper Club, this is probably the most expensive venue on board. Again, I think it's like a 3 or 4 dining, course dining experience. Very, very expensive. I think it goes about $200 a person. Reservations will be required. But again, this is like the really, really high-end experience. The newest dining experience on board Icon of the Seas, of course, is the Empire Supper Club. So if I remember, I don't know if it was like 3-course meal, 4-course meal, or it might even been a 7-course meal, to be honest with you. But I'll have to double check on that. But that is going to be awesome. Moving right along, you see now deck 9, I think deck 12 is mostly just staterooms. You'll notice here there's all the staterooms. You'll see that there's options for, families of 5+. They really, again, this is the ultimate family cruise ship, ultimate family vacation, which is why they have so many rooms that have that can accommodate up to 5 or more folks, right? So you'll see here again on deck 10. It's kind of showing you the deck plan here as well as we move along. And again, as we get to deck 11. Now, of course, as we're going through these deck plans, you'll notice that there are some of the decks actually have, in addition to just only staterooms, you will see here in a bit about the Vitality Spa, which I believe is on deck 12, right? So again, deck 11, all staterooms. So deck 9, 10, and 11 are all staterooms. There are no like public spaces or venues offered, right? So, but you will notice here as we continue growing through deck 11, here's deck 12, again, going aft to midship to forward. Again, you got the nice elevator layout, the different options for rooms. And again, here as you get towards the front of the ship on deck 12, you will see the Vitality Spa. Again, this is like your salon, your thermal suites, and all those kind of relaxing rejuvenation experiences. Definitely go check out the Vitality Spa and see what they have to offer on board your next cruise for Icon of the Seas. I'll definitely be checking it out and seeing what they have to offer, because I know my wife will want to relax and kind of take it easy and unwind after all the adventures that we're going to have on board. And, of course, we're going to stay on board quite a bit. Moving right along, as you know, there's no deck 13. They don't include deck 13s on a lot of ships, but deck 14, you'll see here that we have the Aqua Dome, which is amazing. And, of course, all the experiences here. The Drive 4 is kind of like the salon, and, you can have some new experiences there. It's kind of cut off here a little bit, but definitely in deck 14 is where the Aqua Dome is kind of the beginnings of it. Vitality Spa, Vitality Cafe. Again, this is where you can get some smoothies, some freshly squeezed juices as well. Definitely go ahead and take advantage of that. And again, another level for the Vitality Spa as well. So definitely going to be checking out these venues just to see what they have to offer. I mean, Icon of the Seas has so much to offer. Like, it's crazy. Like, I don't know if 7 nights is going to be enough, to be honest with you guys. Like, there's just so much to do on this ship. And I know we'll be back either on Icon or maybe at the Star class, right? So the next deck, of course, we have deck, I believe this is deck 15. And again, this is where like a lot of the new offerings are. You have the Hideaway Pool. And just, again, this is where you can have those kind of, in the beach or in the water loungers. Those do cost extra. Those day beds as well. And of course, you have the bar on the side there as well, which is, again, this is like going to be the really, really hop-in place. So definitely come check it out. You're going to have the Windjammer Marketplace, which is going to be probably the biggest Windjammer in the fleet. Right now, Wonder of the Seas actually owns that title for the largest buffet, Windjammer Marketplace buffet in the fleet. But, I'm definitely going to be checking out the Windjammer quite often to see what kind of options they have there. And again, you will not be going hungry on board Icon in the Seas. And of course, as we continue to midship, you'll see one of my favorite places on board El Loco Fresh. You know, I gotta get my Mexican food on, guys. Quesadillas, burritos, tacos, Cantina Fresca, offering some amazing, delicious drinks. You got the Cove Pool, you got the Royal Bay Pool here against the largest pool at sea. And of course, you have your classics like the Lime and Coconuts, a multi-story, multi-deck bar, Sprinkles, that's where you get your ice creams on, and all the yumminess there. And again, more, no shortage of, hot tubs and whirlpools out on board as well. So definitely take advantage of the tons and tons of options on board this amazing ship. I'll be getting my food on, my drink on, my dessert on, you name it. Like, it's gonna be a very indulged type of week. You got some table tennis. You got the Aqua Dome Market. Again, this is the main Aqua Dome Aqua Theater location here. Of course, you have Hook Seafood, which is a specialty restaurant. Celebration Table, I believe, is just another venue where you can host a special occasion. And again, there's more details to come for that. They have another retail shop as well. And of course, you have the Overlook, right? The Overlook pods, along with the Overlook at the front of these decks 15 and 16, which is basically, it's kind of cut off here because it's a vertical portrait mode. But basically, it's just a way for you to go out to the front of the ship and kind of look out into the ocean, right? And again, the Aqua Theater is where all the magic happens, all the new production shows. It's going to be absolutely amazing, right? So as we move along to deck 16, you can see the Coastal Kitchen. Again, this is a specialty restaurant, free to suite guests. If you have a junior suite, you can go there for at least dinner. But if you're staying in a suite, you can get breakfast, lunch, and dinner there. As you move along, you can see deck 16. I think it's kind of cut off here, but of course, you'll have other options here, like the swim and tonic bar, the first swim up bar at sea, which is going to be phenomenal. And I guess as I'm recording this, guys, my screen is a little cut off, so pardon anything that I might miss right off the bat. But again, the hot tub, the swim up bar, again, the Lime and Coconut continues, the dry slide that goes down to the next level, Chill Island, again, a whole dedicated space for this area, Crown's Edge, which I think we just passed, is just kind of like that, kind of like the plank where the floor below you opens up, which is wild. There's going to be an extra cost to that, so definitely check it out. Adrenaline Peak, that's the rock climbing wall. You have the deserted milkshake bar, which again, desserts for kids and adults, so definitely enjoy that. Base Camp, which is like another area to eat, along with the base camp cart. And of course, you have the Lost Dunes, which is your miniature golf courses. And of course, you can see those little colorful items there that look kind of like snake tails. So that's the end of the slides, which I'm really excited about on board. Everything that Chill Island offers. As we of course go up the decks, you'll get to Thrill Island as well. But Icon the Seas has no shortage of their offerings as to what they have for every single person in your family, no matter what age. There's gonna be something for everyone, and I can't wait to bring it all to you guys when I go on the inaugural in January 2024. It's going to be very, very special, guys. And I'm just thrilled, right, to bring you guys the chill experiences, the thrill experiences, right? So get ready. It's gonna be next level. And of course, you have your sports core right there. You have your dedicated smoking area. I believe this is on deck 17. So if you want to get a smoke, definitely go to your specific area there. And again, as we continue, you'll notice that the Cloud9 experience is coming here as well. Now, I'm trying to get some more information on this, but I think the Cloud9 experience, which you'll see here in just a bit, if that is actually extra cost or not, because they do have the Cloud9 pool as well. So this might be one of those, areas of the ship where you had to pay extra to experience, right? So more to come on that. But again, this is where it is on deck 17. Again, more of the lime and coconut. This is, there's just so much going on this ship. It's wild. And again, as you can see, the other deck for Coastal Kitchen. And of course, you can see the top of the Aqua Dome right there. And of course, this is dedicated to the suite guests only. They have their own special location for hanging out, lounging, got your own bars and your own pool. If you are a suite guest, this is where you want to come and hang out. A lot of the suite guests will be hanging out here. You probably won't see them much around the ship, if at all, but this is where they're going to be hanging out quite a bit because they're paying good money for it. And of course, the deck 19 also has the continuation of the Grove Suite Sun deck. And of course, deck 20, one of the things I'm most looking forward to is, of course, the Category 6 water slides. Again, 6 amazing, thrilling water slides that are going to be coming for your experience, and I'm going to be going on each of them. There's solo slides, there's dual slides, there's family slides. I can't wait, guys. So you probably can tell I was cruising through this deck plan, but again, there's so much this ship has to offer, and I can't wait to bring you so much more. Stay tuned for lots more Icon Seas content, guys, and especially when I get on board and when I get back. It's going to be phenomenal. So until next time, this is Cruising with JT. Take care. This video is sponsored by MEI Travel. Feel free to reach out to me at cruisingwithjt@gmail.com and I'll get you connected to my travel agent at MEI Travel. She'll take great care of you, and I'll also include the information in the description below. Thank you so much. And a special shout out to all my Patreon and YouTube members. Thank you so much for your additional support. If you'd like to become a Patreon or YouTube member, I'll include the links in the description below. It's basically a behind the scenes view of Cruising with JT and special access to various benefits and perks and inside information into my upcoming videos. So if you do decide to join, I truly appreciate your support.